Hi, I'm Lisa Sprinkle with Elevate Partners, a DHR international company. As we help organizations identify and develop future-ready leaders, we've launched a video series to interview CEOs and other top leaders on what it takes to be a successful leader now and in the future. Initial topics include diversity and inclusion, purpose, digital, and agility. Everett Harper is the CEO and founder of Truss, a fast-growing digital product design and development company. Their research-based approach builds a software foundation that allows organizations to scale and automate. Everett has built a remarkable and strong culture around a distributed model with cutting-edge tools to facilitate collaboration. Everett, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. Excited.
So Everett, many organizations are finding that a strong sense of purpose is really central for engaging employees through these times of uncertainty. Can you talk about, from the beginning really, Truss's values have helped drive a people-centric and purpose-driven culture. How do these values help your leaders really manage more effectively?
Yeah, so it was one of the things that we decided back in 2012, founding the company, that we wanted to inscribe immediately, because we knew that if we were able to have alignment on that and recruit people with those values in mind, a culture would develop around it and that people would self-perpetuate. So for example, new employees who come in, even before they sort of hit the recruiting section of our business, see those values, and either those values attract, and sometimes even more importantly, repel the wrong people, the wrong fit for the company. And that's more efficient from the perspective of recruiting. In terms of managing, and in terms of sort of the day-to-day, we kind of had the idea that we wanted these values not to be like an IBM poster, but something that people could live and could act upon on a daily basis. So part of our job is we tend to walk towards the trash fire of really bad software situations, or at least really challenging software situations where leaders are trying to do something new. Our employees encounter new things all the time. And so the values are sort of a way for people to say, I don't know what to do here specifically, but I have a set of values and practices that if I follow them, it will lead me to the right answer. So from the most part, that is, I could talk for a long time about those, but those are some of the examples of how it helps people manage themselves, and it helps how team leaders manage others.
All right, so somewhat of a guidepost, and also if there's a decision to be made, they help make decisions.
That's right. And one of the sort of key tenets around communication means that you don't have to do it by yourself. You can do it and collaborate with others and really reach out to others to help.
So are there any favorite ones, or ones that people talk quite a bit about?
Yes. I'd say there are two that I want to mention. One is act without fear. And the three sub-bullets beneath that are radical humility, radical candor, and make the best move, not the safest one. And so radical humility, radical candor is certainly about how we communicate internally. But one of the things that's interesting about candor and make the best move, not the safest, is with our clients. Some of our most successful engagements required us to tell our clients news they didn't really want to hear. And being able to go in with candor and say, well, you thought that you had this problem over here, what you really have is this problem over here. And to say that knowing that there's a risk of them saying, sorry, I don't want to hear that, you're out.
Right.
Every time we've done that, and we've done it persuasively and convinced them that we're working on their side, we've had a better relationship, and actually the project has taken on even new legs. The second one I'll say is the one that intrigues the most people, which is make good coffee. Yeah, that is after one of the early employees, Patrick Stanger, who is a coffee genius. When we did have an office, at the early days, we had 5 different ways to make coffee. And what he would do, because there's so many different ways to make coffee, he wrote down all of the steps to make coffee in 6 different ways. and then would share it with everyone. And it became one of those things that, like making good coffee, is a way of doing your craft well, sharing how you do your craft with others, and in some ways just serving somebody with something that is a result of your craft. And that's become a rallying cry around when people go above and beyond, do something that's really special and shares it with others to make their lives better.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. And I also love the show up and step up, that if you're going to be there, do what you need to do and do your craft well. Thanks.
Absolutely.
I want to thank you so much for joining the conversation. I think some of your ideas you have on innovation and talent management will really resonate with our clients as well. So thank you so much, and we wish you the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.